Hello and welcome to my channel. You know, I'm really excited about today's custom. I've been kind of holding off on it for a while. I don't know why, but I'm ready to do it today. And it's, of course, it doesn't need an introduction. It's Indiana Jones, but I do have a variety of different heads here because, if you want to put together your own Indiana Jones, you know what? There is a lot of support out there. For example, this head came from World's Greatest Superheroes, but Vin's Universe has a very similar head. Plus, they've got a whole line of accessories that go with it. Actually, I got the pistol holster and this pouch from Vin's Universe, and I'll link to them below. I'll also link to the head in World's Greatest Superheroes. But I also have some heads here from Trucker Doug's Toy Box over on Esty. This right here is the Well of Souls Indiana Jones. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And I'm working on an outfit for him. And then I've also got the Marianne figure, or Marianne head. Look at the detail on that. And I just picked up a dress for her online, so I'm going to be working on that custom. But as I said before, there's a lot of support out there. Classic TV Toys. I don't know if these pants came from them, but they have something similar, and I just checked. They're cream pants. I got these shoes from Classic TV Toys. Let's see, this belt I made using just vinyl and a little buckle that I had. The shirt, I don't know where that came from because it's got snaps. I don't think it came from Classic TV Toys, but they do have a white shirt. They also have a cream shirt if you wanted to go a little bit more movie accurate. I got the white shirt because I'm looking at getting a black tie. I want to make the Last Crusade Indiana Jones as well. Also, they have this like bag here. I had thought about using either this one from Trucker Doug's Toy Box or this one from Vin's Universe, but I thought it'd be nice to have something that opened because this has a little Velcro on it and you can put stuff in there. I actually am in the process of printing up a Grail diary. Maybe I can put it in there, or other accessories, maybe a pistol. I don't know. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I have this whip that I made. I don't know if you can see. I just downloaded a little file. It was called the cling wrap holder, and I just downsized it in scale and stuck a piece of string in there. It's actually black cord, and glued it. So that's going to be his whip. Let's see, what else do I have here? I had a pistol somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. I printed out a Webley, but there are a lot of pistols online that you can purchase from Dr. Mego or Classic TV Toys if you need that. The one thing though that may be a problem is this right here. Classic TV Toys no longer sells these. I don't know if they're just temporarily out of stock or what, but I purchased this a while back for this build, and I went online to source it, and they're no longer available. So I don't know. I may be getting with them to check out, if they're going to restock it or what, because I also need a jacket like this for my Murdoch. So I hope it's just a temporary thing, and they'll be getting some more in stock. But you'll notice it's the wrong color. I have a couple of things here. I got a brown paint. This right here is a brown, I think it's flat. Yeah, it's flat. And I'm gonna spritz this jacket with this brown paint. I'm also going to paint this gun holster, and if I use one of these, I'll be painting those as well. Also my whip, it's also gonna get the brown paint. But I'm leaning more towards this, so I don't think I'm going to be using the brown paint for these items, but I will be using it for my whip, my holster, and a spritz on my jacket. I'm also going to be using a white flat paint as a primer for my head because I want to get some really good, colors in there. So I'm going to prime it white so I can have a nice clean canvas to get started. So if you're interested in Indiana Jones and 1/9 scale figures, I hope you stay tuned. I know I'm going to have fun. Isn't that a great looking sculpt? All right, now that I have him primed, I'm going to start with this hat. Put on my colors here. Let's see. Wanted to use a dark brown and I've got one right here with Citadel's color. It's called Rhinox Hide. This is going to be the hat color. Tighten him down on the vise. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some a lighter color of brown to kind of soften it a little bit and to add some distressing to the felt in the hat. But just getting the base colors down first. This is kind of like the easy part, right? I'm really excited to do this. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I don't know what's been holding me back though. My oldest son was a huge Indiana Jones fan. I remember going to Disneyland, and was Indiana Jones Adventure? I don't remember the name of the ride, but boy, my son he was really too small to go on it, and he just kind of like I don't know, snuck in, tiptoed. I don't know, but he was able to go on it when he was really small. He even had an Indiana Jones hat. I had to draw the line at the whip though. I just wouldn't let him have a whip. But he did pick up an Indiana Jones hat, and he had a jacket too. Okay, now that I'm working underneath, I need to be a little more careful. I'm just pushing into where the skin is. Yeah, I'm excited to show this to my son. I think he's going to get a kick out of it. His birthday's coming up and I've got a special surprise for him. I'm working on a custom figure for him. Okay, you can see I'm just pushing from the base of the hat outward, trying to keep it simple. Really don't want to get into the skin because it's going to be difficult to cover up. May have to go back and do a second coat on that. All right, next I'm going to do is the hair. And for his hair, I'm using something called a Mornfang Brown. And the same thing, I'm just going to start at the hat and push down. So far, this hasn't been too difficult. Okay. I think I'm just about done with the prep work. I'm just going to paint his face, and I think I should be good to go. Uh-oh. Hopefully I can take care of that. I think I'm gonna have to let that dry. I may have to touch up his hat too. See, I've got a little bit of that brown in there. So let me let this dry and I'll do the flesh tones. I'm gonna start with a dark color. It's called Bugman's Glow. And I'll build off of that, but let me let that dry. While that's drying, I thought I'd show off the jacket. See that kind of speckling? Gave me a nice finish for that jacket. So really happy with the way the jacket's turning out. All right, there I have Vin's holster. I'm going to add some Nolan's oil on it just to kind of like, I guess, enhance the detail on this a little bit. So I'm pushing it underneath the flap there. And I'm just bringing it along the edges, the top of the flap, just to give it a little bit more of a, I don't know, like a textured look. Add a little bit more in those recesses and along that hem or that seam. That's a cool holster. All right, I also have some gold paint here. I'm going to put a little gold accent on that on that little flap. There's a snap, and I was going to make it a little gold snap. Now that it's dry, I'm going to use my Bugman's Glow just to put down the base coat for the face. And you can see this might cover the brown where I kind of like intruded into the face. So that's why I wanted to get the darker colors down first. And this is going to be a nice color that I can build off of. And we'll keep the darker areas like shadowed. And add a good contrast to the face. All right, I'm going to get that down and let it dry, and then we'll begin layering. So far, there hasn't been anything that's been too difficult. If you're just getting used to painting, you know, this might be a good one. We haven't gotten to the eyes yet, though, so reserve judgment till then. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, and we're gonna build up the base. Okay, I'll finish that ear as well. Okay, now that the base color is dry, I'm gonna get my next color, which is a Cadian flesh tone. And I'm gonna do a dry brush on that. So I've got my dry brush here, Cadian flesh tone. And I'm just gonna get rid of most of the paint here. And just gently brush it across the sculpt, picking up the highlighted areas. And you can see what that's doing so far. Oops. Oh, hang on. Let me fix that nose real quick. I guess I brushed a little too hard. Maybe should have waited. You know, it's going to be highlighted, so let me just go ahead and put a dab of this on there. Yikes. All right, let me clean up this mess. Okay, back to my dry brush. If you get some on the hair, don't worry about it. You can always go back and you can fix it. Same thing with a hat, because you're bound to get it in areas that you don't want it to be in. Just try to minimize that. You know, that paint is flecking off. Maybe I didn't let it dry long enough. I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. But you can see that's really a nice contrast between those colors. The darker color is acting as a shadowing effect. I'm just getting the back of the neck too. Oops. Try to blend that in a little bit. And then I gotta get that 5 o'clock shadow going. Okay, I'm going to go back and touch up that little fleck right there. It's going to be simple to do. I just take some of my darker paint, that Bugman's Glow, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it down as that layer coat. And I'm going to have to come back and I'm going to have to dry brush that area again, but that's how you take care of it. Now the last layer is going to be the Kids Love Flesh. So going back to it, it's starting with a Bugman's Glow for the base, then going over to layered Cadian Flesh Tone, and then finally ending up with layered Kids Love Flesh. And I'm really going to try to get as much as I can off of this. I don't want any streaks. Because it's going to be very minimal. So let's take a look and see how it turned out. See a lot of depth there, right? So that's done. I'm going to go ahead and do touch-ups on the hat, because it looks like there's some areas where I got a little paint on there. So I'm just going to go back with my colors. Where is that one? Here it is. Rhinox hide, and I'm just going to go back and I'm going to do the touch-up for that, and probably on the hair as well. I'm just finishing the touch-up underneath where the face was. And it looks like I've got that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to touch up the hair. I'm just using a thin tip brush, so I can get in those areas that maybe I did a little over travel with the wash. I mean, not the wash, the dry brush or the paint for the hat. So I'm just defining those lines around the hair, taking care of any areas that I may have missed. You can see this is going to need some touch up right here. Okay, now it's time to just let that dry and go on to the next step. But I will say it's looking pretty good so far. Well, you know what? I could probably do the eyebrows while I'm here. One. And I'm just trying to follow the outline here in the eye. And if you mess up a little bit, you can always just go back and add that final color that you use for your flesh tones to kind of clean it up. As long as you don't have too much that you have to cover. Here, let me show you what I mean. See that eyebrow got a little away from it? Let me get that last color. That was the Kislev flesh. But you know what? I may want to use the Cadian flesh tone because it's on its lid. And it probably would have been a little more shadowed. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to cut across right there. See how that kind of cleaned it up? And you can do that with anything else that you have that kind of like went too far. So I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to come back to the next thing. We might as well do the lips. Do that same color on the lips. Oh no, I need the Cadian flesh tone. Where is that? Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's layered Cadian flesh tone. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and go on to the next step. All right, I'm gonna box out the eyes using the brown that I have here, this Rhinox hide. You can use that or black. This is like really, really dark brown. So I'm just using a fine tip brush and I'm gonna push it into the eyelid on the upper part of the eye. Same thing with the other eye. Okay. Then for the bottom portion, I'm going to use that Bugman's Glow, which is that like reddish color that I use for my base, and I'm going to put that into the bottom lid. And you can kind of see how that's looking so far. And I'm going to let that dry before I add the antique white. I've got this stuff right here. Antique parchment. So I'm gonna let that dry and come back and add that. All right, this is where I have to be really careful because I have my antique parchment and I'm just going to layer this in. He's got little squinty eyes, so I'm gonna try to get it in between those two layers I've set down. Trying not to cover the boxing that I've done. And just take your time with the eyes. You know, this is where you get your payoff, right? Your eyes can make or break your model. Thing is, you can always go back and repeat these steps if you make a mistake. Okay, one eye always looks better than the other for some reason. Try this again. Trying to take it slow and be patient. All right, gotta let those dry and then I'm gonna come up to the next step. I noticed I got some here on the lid. I'm gonna try to get down into there with the Bugman's Glow. Okay, so it looks like I fixed that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just using that base color that I have, that Bugman's Glow. Looks like I got the eyes. So I'm gonna let that, well, you know what? I might be able to do it now. I'm gonna go ahead and get the brown and give them those brown eyes to start. And I'm just using that Mornfang brown that I used earlier for the hair. I'm just trying to get a nice little ball on my paintbrush. And these have the divots because they came from World's Greatest. So it gives you a pretty good guide of where to put the eyes. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then now I'm going to add a fleck of green because he has hazel eyes. I've got this stuff, it's called Death Guard Green. And I'm going to put a little drop in there. Oops, it looks like it dried out. Oh, you know what? Let me fix this paint. It's drying out. Here, let me show you. See? I have this like medium. Let me go grab that. Now apparently, let me pull back a little bit. Apparently you're not supposed to use water to thin these. There's this medium that they have. And I'm just going to take that and transfer a little bit over here into my paint. Just to kind of freshen it up a little bit. I'm shaking it. And see, it kind of like revitalizes it. So now that I've done that to my paint, I'm going to take a little bit on my brush and I'm going to put this in on top of that brown. Let me pull in so you can see. Same thing with the other one. You just want to get your consistency with your eyes, you know? That's the hardest part for me, making them look the same. Okay, so now that I got that, I've got this other stuff. It's called Xandri dust. And I'm going to put that in as my third layer for my eye. See how it's looking? And then finally, I'm going to put a little black dot, my pupil in there. Let's see, I had my black here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I'm using Abaddon Black for this one. I think I've got a little bit of a cold. And this is just going to be my my iris. So I got to make sure this is in the center. Oh no, my brush was a little wet. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Okay, I was able to save it. Let me make sure my brush is dry. Try that again. Same thing on the other one. Okay, I think I have those eyes. Let me take another look at them real quick. See, this one has something in it. Let's see, where's that brown? Let me try a little wash just to get the brown down there. Little washes are thinner paints. Okay, I think I need another fleck of green in there. Let me just try a teeny one. I think I put too much in this side. Let me pull it out. Okay, cool. Now I'm just going to add a little white dot. See if I can get this minimal. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, what do I have to do next? Oh, I know. Hang on, let me let it dry for a sec. Okay, I was going to add that 5 o'clock shadow, so I'm using my Agrax Earth Shade. And I want to water this down just a tad. don't want it full strength, and I'm just going to work on painting his mustache. His beard. And then just bring it across his face. And the secret is you just like to water this down because you don't want it full strength because it will show. This way it's just kind of like shading it. Looking pretty good. Let's see. Last step here is that hat. I've got this Reikland's Flesh Shade. I wanted to use a gloss. I guess I don't have a gloss here handy, so I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to paint the little band on his fedora. And this again is a wash, it's very thin paint. So we're just going to add a little bit of, I guess, color. All my paints are drying out. There we go. All right. I think I can call him. I think Indiana Jones is done. Let me go ahead and get him dressed and we'll take a look at him. I know I forgot something. Let me just get a little tad of white. Not even all that much. And my Ronix hide, where is that? Oh, here it is. This was that color that I painted my hat. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get a shade lighter, just a hair. You get a bigger brush. I'm just going to do a quick dry brush on it just to give it a little bit, I don't know, different color, I guess. Like a highlight. Okay, I think I'm good. Well, my Indiana Jones is drying, and I'm preparing to dress him. I thought I'd take a look and see what was available as far as accessories are concerned, and I wasn't disappointed. I'll put a link to this. I guess it's Charvy's 3D, and I think they're connected with cults. I'll check though, but I'll put the link in the description. But there's some really cool stuff here. This particular item caught my eye. I actually found the bundle. This bundle right here is for 3.75 and 6-inch figures, and it has a variety of different accessories. You know, I'm working on printing this up right now. Not the base though, because the base turned out to be too large. When I used the 6-inch files, I had to go up 133%, and I might have to cut this in half, or I think I might have another option. But let's take a look at some of these accessories. Doesn't that look cool? Oh yeah, may have to print that up too. Incredible. This is way too big for my printer, so I don't know, even if I break it in half. That ball for sure, I'd have to get like a styrofoam ball. But that looks cool. Definitely gonna get this basket. I'm working on my Marion figure, as you saw, so just need to source out an outfit. That's gonna be the hard part. But that's neat. Also, when I do that video, I'm gonna have to download. I might just do this as a foam piece, and then just print up the accessories. I think that might be the option. Print up the door, these this rack, and these accessories. I think that'll be the best way to do that if I decide to do that. But sure does look cool, doesn't it? This right here is the bar, the Ravenwood bar. Wow. That would be cool, but gosh, it'd be big. Look at that. Look at all the pieces. Let me come over here. That's just the bar. I could probably do sections. Oh yeah, may have to print this up. Yeah, I'm working on the fertility idol stand, or the altar. So won't have time to print this up now, but definitely I might want to get some light tan filament just to help out a little bit. Because look at that, that'd be cool. Yeah, I can definitely do that. So those are some options there for if you wanted to print up some accessories. But yeah, really cool stuff. You know what? I did find a really great source if you're into making your own dioramas. Let me go ahead and pull that up. I found this really cool YouTube channel. It's called Gooey Gluey. And here's that Planet of the Apes interior that I was talking about. But check this out. Isn't that incredible? He goes through the process of making all this stuff. So I suggest you check him out if you're interested in doing a diorama. And again, that's Gooey Gluey. Really cool stuff. Well, I think everything came together. It looks pretty good. I'm really happy about that whip. You know, I use that file. It was called a cling wrap holder. That little cord slipped in there really nicely, and I was able to glue it. I cut the length to about, I think it was 9 inches. And it was just a spool I picked up at Hobby Lobby a while back. It's just like a little teeny cord. I think it's in their jewelry department, if I'm remembering. But yeah, everything just seemed to come together on this guy. I'm really happy with that pistol holster. You know, that flap holster, it looks perfect, doesn't it? You know, I don't think Vincent's selling these by themselves right now, but if you just contact him at his store on Facebook, he'll hook you up. He's really good about helping people with their customizing needs. I mean, he's a big customizer himself, so he's always willing to help. He's always been really good to me. Yeah, everything just kind of came together. Those pants, the cream colored pants look really good. I had seen some darker ones, but I'm glad I went with cream color. And the rubber brown shoes from Classic TV Toys came together well. I had to make the belt. I used an AJ Action Jackson belt buckle that I cut off of a belt, and I made a leather belt with some scraps I had, a little vinyl, so I could put that together. Because you can see I have, let me see if I can get this together. Because you can see I have a little belt loop there, and that little belt loop holds my whip. I just made it out of Warbler, but you can pretty much use anything that you can just clip over the belt and have like a little hanging tab. So you can do your own belt. Let me fix this collar. Bugging me. But you know what, that jacket from Classic TV Toy, oop, keeps coming up, what's up? I'm hoping that they'll sell the I don't know, the black jacket again. You can see that spray paint worked out really well to get that brown color. But I don't know if that jacket's been discontinued permanently or if they'll have it again. I don't know. But he looks good. I can hardly wait to get on those other heads that I have in my collection. The Well of Souls Indy and Marion Ravenwood. You know, if World's Greatest Superheroes is watching, I would say, you know what, if you put together a Belloc head, I'd be the first in line. Yeah, looking good. I'm really happy about those accessories too. I used some tricks that I found on Gooey Gluey. I drilled a little hole there and stuck some little ferns in there. He did something similar on his video, so I thought that was a really good idea, and I used it for this piece. I also had some moss, and I just glued it on there. But I'm excited about those other pieces as well. I'm going to print some more. Probably not for this video, because it takes forever for my printer to print. But I will definitely for the future videos. Yeah, really happy with Indy. I think he turned out really great. You know, he was a little more difficult to do, you know, with just the beard and the eyes. Eyes are always tough, and those eyes are pretty small. See how small they are? But I think everything came together and worked out really well for my custom Indiana Jones. I'm happy with them. Can hardly wait to do the others. Well, until next time, you guys stay safe, be cool, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye-bye now.